Yeah, good morning, MarketChameleon.com. I'm Adam. That's Will. I'm in Paris. He is in Philly. Where are you, brother?
Bucks County, PA. This is Will. How's the tech today? Good? Can you hear me?
Tech is working, man. I got to tell you guys, before we get into it, everybody remember, option trading is risky. We're here just giving you some ideas. You got to do your own research.
Can we get that disclaimer up? I need to read that.
You need to be able to read it?
Yes, I need to be able to read it.
You really need to be able to read the disclaimer, dude.
You know,
really, every day.
You're a little fuzzy. Are you still on that Oxycontin?
I'm still no. I stopped that yesterday, man.
Thank God.
And
I got at least 15 calls from family members yesterday. Is Adam all right? We're hearing he's on Oxy. Do you need a clinic to send him to? I'm like, no, he's good. It's just some lower back pain.
Oh man, hey, at least people care, right? At least they care.
Listen, you share, you care. You share, you care, and you shared your experience. And people care.
Let me share something with you all right now, man. Let me bring this one up. Check this. Can you see that, brother? You see that Eiffel Tower there?
Wow, look at that.
Look at that, right? So my wife's like, well, we got to get you a wheelchair, wheel you around because your back's killing you. You can't walk. But instead of a wheelchair, what do we do, baby? Yeah. You see that?
Whoa, they got you on a scooter? You must be on Oxycontin.
Right, baby.
That's awesome.
You're darn right, man. Electric scooters, man. They got them. They're it's fully game on here, man. Game on with the Bird and the Lime and the who knows what else kind of scooters. They're all here, man.
So they've allowed them both in, because the latest report over the Christmas holidays from my niece who's at UT, we had gone, just full story, we had gone down to visit her this summer, remember, and they were everywhere.
Right.
I mean, the kids would run out first thing in the morning with my cell phone and go grab a couple scooters and then, zip around the block, and you just leave them.
Yeah.
So the city of Austin has banned them now.
Oh,
complete ban. They went, I mean, there must have been, I don't know. My guess would be 200,000 scooters in the town. That would be my rough estimate. Now there's not one on the street. And you know what the biggest reason was?
Yeah, because they littered the sidewalks, right?
No, it was injuries.
Really?
They realized after putting all these out that late at night, scooters and drunk college students was not.
Oh no.
That was the reason.
Is that true?
That's crazy. That's what they got them. So should we share the screen and get onto some Chameleon? It's a late start today.
Yeah, let's get into the Chameleano and break into it. Sorry for being late. I had to go look at the Eiffel Tower, man. I had to get out there early while my body was still limber.
Only get so many opportunities to see the tower. Let me show. I found this that Molly sent it. I didn't know you went out climbing out onto the tower, which is pretty cool. That is a hell of a view from there. How'd you do that?
You know me, man. My parkour. I'm a parkour guy.
And there you are when you finish that climb. Love that. Getting all the information on Uncle Adam today.
Nice, man.
So the first thing I was looking at this morning was thinking about these technology stocks. I mean, we've talked about the semiconductors, but I wanted to do a screen of the entire stock space. So I went to screeners, stock. I wanted to see stocks that are still 20% below their 52-week. I mean, we've had like a 4-day run up now. So I want to see stocks that are still off their highs. And then I wanted to screen by the technology. And I got a full spectrum of stocks to look at in the technology space. Some big names you see: Apple, IBM, Texas Instruments. The first couple, the ones that pop up in the chip space that interested me were NVIDIA, Micron, AMAT is another one, but that's not the one that jumped out. But it was Advanced Micro Devices, AMD.
Sure.
And so the first one, MU, taking a look, 6 month, its high was 57. It got down. I mean, these are down, 30-40% from their highs. Did a screen of the a bullish play, the debit call spread screener, and there are a lot of opportunities for theoretical edge and win rates.
Well, we've talked about MU a couple times. I think it first popped on our radar maybe a couple months ago, where I was so stunned by its PE being like 2.6 or whatever the PE was, that popped on our radar back then. But you never know. I mean, it's so funny. It popped on a guy I work with who's big into the market. It popped onto his market where, he saw the PE at like 3.5 and he was like, this is insane. How could it ever be this low? He bought a ton of it and it continued to fall,
Yeah. Well,
so
here's the rub. And if you look at the next screen, NVIDIA, I mean, this is a 10-year. So this plot looks like, but that's a fall. You look at a 10-year, that is a fallen knife. I mean, you look at the we were looking at a 6-month chart before with MU.
Yep.
It looks a little more steady there, but it's lost half its value almost.
Yep.
These are amazing moves to the downside. Now, I mean, people have been saying the chips are a commodity for years now. So the oil drop, a slowdown in the economy could lead to lackluster chip sales, right? So maybe so again, it's like what are these earnings going to do, and what are these stocks going to do after earnings, and what management says about going forward. So I looked again at NVIDIA, the credit spreads, bullish.
I mean, look at that theoretical edge. I was going crazy on a 40%er yesterday, 72%.
A lot of theoretical edge, high win rates. You can go through it. AMD, more of the same. I mean, it's amazing the drop off these stocks have seen. That's a 5-year. You do the 6-month, 3. It's a little more steady, but still, its high was 30. It got as low as 17, almost a 50% drop. So
very cool.
Good things to look for and screen for.
Hey, everybody, remember, just so you remember, we'll cut you off there for a sec. If you click down below, click subscribe down below. You can follow us here. Click that, ting that bell, so you get know when we're live. And we are running that promotion this month. So if you do a comment, subscribe to us, comment down below. Everybody who comments is going to get put into the pool. We draw a hat, and some lucky winner is going to win 6 months free of the Chameleon. So you can look at this premium data absolutely free. So
wow,
get on it.
And are you going to bring them onto the show?
I'd love absolutely if they're into that.
Do we have the technology for that?
I told him, hey, I'd throw in the free Chameleon cup. Those are now collector items. So they're officially out of production. So if you want a Chameleon cup, it's going to be only special events and special giveaways. So
awesome,
there you go, brother.
Awesome. Love the Chameleon cup, and love that we're trying this little Chameleon lottery, which seems fun. Shockingly interesting response yesterday. A lot of comments. It's cool.
A lot of fun. Yep. So, thanks everybody for commenting, by the way. It's really fun.
Yeah. And invite some friends. The more friends we get in, the better. Anyways, enough self-promotion of the Chameleon. Since we screened for the tech sector spider, the XLK, I was thinking, it was as high as 75 in the 52-week and got down to like 57. So it's also in a bear market, but as it moved, it doesn't seem like it's moved as much as the underlying. So I'm thinking to myself, maybe we look to lean into the XLK as we're buying those other products. Maybe we get a bigger jump in those. And I looked at a bullish bear market credit call spread screener for XLK, and there were a lot of opportunities if you did want to stay, in the whole sector and, lean to the short side. Again, you still get some upside cushion. So if the other ones move and this just hangs out or goes up a little, you could win on both, which is something always to think about when you're putting these things together and looking for ideas. What do you think of that? You don't?
Sell Mortimer Smell.
Did you just say smell Mortimer Smell?
Smell Mortimer Smell.
I love that movie. We just watched that. That's on our Christmas movie.
That's my favorite, dude. That's my favorite Christmas movie, man.
It's a great one. It's a great one. When he's angry Santa walking down the street, stuffing that Nova Scotian salmon.
Stuffing the salmon. Oh, repulsive. Dan Aykroyd. Awesome, man.
I think they have an angry Santa event. If we had more time to chit chat, we'd talk about that. But the last thing,
where's the angry Santa event?
I think they do an angry. I think it started in New York, where people dress up as Santa and they have bars that have a party and everyone's dressed as an angry Santa.
Dude, have you ever told the story of your angry Santa event? We went to a Jet game.
Wait. All right. You go,
lifetime Jet fans. My brother has a Santa costume made. It's Jet Santa, so it's like green, Jet Santa. He's Santa Claus, but in jet colors and everything. And who was this Rex? Was the coach? I can't remember who the coach was.
No, I think it was Rex Ryan. It was one of the.
But it was like Rex in his last year.
You guys came up. Did you come up for Christmas, or was it
came up for Christmas?
Maybe Thanksgiving.
It might have Thanksgiving maybe. And we're there, and man, hey Santa, what are you getting me for Christmas? That was ugly, dude.
It was it was a typical Jet season. It was towards the end of Rex's. And there were a lot
Our own fans were about to beat up Santa.
Yeah, no, there was a lot of Santa hatred that night.
That was funny.
That is funny. Last thing, speaking of angry Santas, I want to talk about two retailers going in different directions. You talk about technology and the change in consumer habits and management, but you look at one of the classics, Sears Holden, actually is.
I thought it was out of a bit. I thought it was bankrupt, man.
Today's the day.
Wow,
they are being liquidated. They were trying. Eddie Lampert, who's basically a hedge fund manager, who years ago bought a control and stake through his investment entity in Sears and has run it and tried to make moves, but. He
really tried to make that thing work in one way or the other.
I mean, the great thing is he tried to buy the bits at the bottom, but they wouldn't have any of that, and they're just going to liquidate the whole, which is amazing because I remember as a child, people get in the Sears, but you get a big catalog, awesome, and kids would search through and circle and dream. Best. Now it's all this. This is today's Sears.
Yep.
And you always have to be aware. I mean, this is classic. I mean, it's still being led by the founder. As long as he stays there, the chart's going to be, a hockey stick, probably moving left to upper right. And you may take an opportunity here to search for, some upside plays, do your screens and look for some ideas.
Are you saying you're long Amazon?
I'm not. Whatever I am, the people should probably do the opposite.
Do the opposite. That is rule number one. Never listen to McBride.
No, you can listen to McBride and you can trade against McBride. The great opportunity is to take this platform and develop your own ideas, develop your strategies, and find some opportunities.
Absolutely.
I would love to have your buddy from Costa Rica who's making a mountain of Costa Rican doubloons trading these markets.
Well, I told him, man, rising tides lift all boats. And he's like, no, man, it's me. And I'm like, okay, brother, it's you until the day it's not you. And then you're going to, when you get your face ripped off, welcome to the real world. Just be careful out there. Everybody be careful out there.
You always have to be careful.
Always got to be careful.
Trade small and trade often.
Absolutely. Remember, everybody, click down below, click that like, click the subscribe, tick the bell so you get us when we're live. See a lot of people on today. Is great. You guys got to bring us some questions. I want questions during the shows, man. That would be awesome if people start chiming in with questions. But if not, no worries. But remember, you click the subscribe button. type in a comment and you will be entered at the end of the month. We're giving away a free 6 months of awesome Chameleon full access. So pura vida, as we say.
And remember, you can always bring questions to us on the Chameleon itself. There's actually a live chat where the King Chameleon will walk you through different ideas and discuss things you may have, questions you have on the site. So
of course,
keep that in mind. And there's also a help section. So use all the tools at your disposal. A lot of good.
Pura vida, man. Pura vida.
What's that in French?
Pura vida. I have no idea, dude. My French is terrible.
Can you
literally what I do to embarrass my shame? I just speak in Spanish here, and then people
Spanish.
At least are like, whatever. He's Spanish.
That's funny. Love that. Thanks,
Pura
Chameleon.
vida. All right, everybody. Have a great day trading. See you tomorrow.